quality of life improvements have been made. It's like a night and day difference almost.
What's the biggest one that you feel like? What's the biggest change as somebody who enjoyed the first one and now playing we'll call it like a media review build of Sandrock? Like what's been the biggest quality of life change?
It's like you learn to walk, and then you learn to run. But in Sandrock, you skip the walking and you go straight to running. In Porsche, it costs stamina to. I'm sorry, it doesn't cost stamina as in like whatever. There's like a stamina bar for sprinting around and like doing combat rolls and stuff. But because the map is bigger this time around, they've went ahead and made it they've made the ability to sprint just free. You can just do it as much as you want, and I think that is so much better because you can actually like get to places in a reasonable amount of time. You don't have to spend like me on the track back when I was in school. I was always the one trailing at the far back, just out of breath for going like 10 meters in a sprint, and that's basically what happens in Porsche, but in Sandrock you're like the kid that did like 2 extra laps just for fun. Mr. Sanix gotta go fast himself.
Did you just call Sonic Sanix?
Yeah, that's his name. Sanic and Mario.
We're not gonna let him get away with this. We're not gonna let this happen.
It already happened, and some of these things, we just have to accept. Next you're gonna be telling me like, you can't call Mario, or you can't call a Pokemon,
Oh, sweet God, he's one of those. He's a monster. He's a villain.
Well, I am not a villain. That's a very hurtful smear of my reputation, and sometimes I just I think about it at night as I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm just like, why does everyone think I'm a monster? I'll have to wipe the tears from my eyes. I'm like, I'm really a good person.
You villain.
With that being said, who was the villain in Deceit?
You. We have record.
We have an edited record.
Wow.
That you can check on. I mean, listen, the proof is in the pudding, my friend. If you were to find that video right now, and you were to watch it in full and hit like and subscribe, you'll see that clearly you took advantage of me not knowing the game mechanics. Wow. I didn't even know that there were 2 monsters. I thought there was just one.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to this haberdashery.
You're the traitor or the monster the first 2 rounds, and you're like, Johnny doesn't know how to play, and then I get to be a monster at the end of the video, and it's just like, oh, hashtag cancel Johnny. Even your kids are calling me a monster. It's just like, oh my God.
The truth is in the children know the truth.
I mean, do they though? You can't handle the truth, said famously.
But keep going, Sandrock. You being a monster and unlimited sprinting. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge quality of life improvement that I enjoyed. Another one is that you don't feel rushed in this one. Not to spoil plot points in Porsche, but the way these games work is that like you'll get these like big projects in quotations, Like, you know, the very first one in Porsche is like build a bridge, you know. Um, I don't know what the first one in Sandrock is. I forget off the top of my head, but you get these big projects, and then as you're working on them, you can start doing like these regular commissions that are posted at the office, and then, you know, those will be like, you know, build like 3 tables or something in your crafting bench. Um, in Porsche though, they you the there's a rival builder, and if you're too slow, you know, he'll like, because we're both actively trying to complete it at the same time, and it's just like whoever builds more is rewarded with more, in a very
Oh,
Spartan way of handling it. So if you're slow and you haven't really built up the resources ahead of time, you know, he'll just smoke you, and he'll build like 4 out of 5 of like the components or whatever. But in Sandrock, there's no such thing. Your partner, well, I shouldn't say partner. You're not pitted off against the other builder in Sandrock. You're like friends,
okay.
and it's like a night and day difference, because he'll in Porsche it's like, I'm gonna beat you, you little punk. And then at Sandrock, it's like, oh man, we got this. Let's do it together. You handle this
Oh,
part, and I'll do this part. You know, it's so it's
now
like